Welcome. Thumbs up, everybody. I am Warren Dragon, and you are on my stream today. Today, I am going to touch base with a few things I mentioned, and the more things I keep coming across throughout the time. So I got a list. We're back to this again. It might more likely be a short video. So here we go. Reality truth and how it is. Now, I want to touch lightly on this and say, if I had a nickel for every time I heard the way things are in a straight arrow, that's the only way to go. Everybody's got one of those heavy rich, man. Seriously, everybody's entitled to it. That's the way it is. So be it. I think it's more of a spider web. A lot of places for this spider web going down, and we all hit the center of the energetic spider web, and we're home. That easy. So we're not all on the same path. I just don't believe in that. I've seen too much, and that was that. All right. You have to know something to think. My next piece is time before laws. At some point in the history of this reality, some point there was a place of no rules, with some indication. I've been told this, that once you get everything for free, and you no longer will get anything out of anybody, you're too well protected. And there's rules. Maybe. I was told there isn't. Because when you get everybody everything, then there's no more need for stealing because you get it. So that's that. Alright. So all the energies you're playing with, I have to touch base with this one. They're all over. I'm not sure. Maybe there is some value to the light energies, but I hate very deeply, and I've been talked to about this several times, that there are no color codes to making things evil, that is dark or light. We're free to express ourselves. Free will. And we're out here doing our thing, our daily lives that are busy or not. So I like to contribute to that. And, they're all over. No one has to come back. That's a false. I've been hammered on by a few things with my peers. And about that. We're not talking from Earth here. That's who represents me. I've seen stuff, and then people have seen it after me. So I predicted to do on, like in this podcast, maybe there's something might come to be an issue or talked about, and you say you saw it here before this even come close. Now the deal with disclosure, I'm hoping to give this thing a push of some sort. Just let us know under disclosure format. That was the deal with Russia. So don't hit me so hard with that. I'm just stating they're entitled to it. Well, they all are, and some countries already have. What's the secret here? Oh. Some of my other peers I dabble with is Bruce Cezal. I've gotten a highlighted orange name behind my name, and I like to thank Bruce Cezal for that. And then SR, which stands for Space Radio. He is my favorite go-to just like jump in and listen and participate. There too, it started first. I got the first highlighted orange name, and you really don't see them all the time. So I think from one question from in Days Room, SR, that I got highlighted, one person asking if there's money beyond Earth. I still say no. Really, if you got everything you need, you might start thinking on doing something to keep you busy. and donate your time. There's not being some ready to have malls yet, or whatever. Maybe not. I don't know. I've done that. Even in like malls, you could do things and just meet and be friendly. I take my time growing out and about, and I'm not afraid to say hi to an elderly person and say, "How goes it? How are you? I'll help you." I get a good vibe, I get a good feeling, and it's a good thing to be. I'm really happy to see these videos about lawn care, the videos about animals being helped. The lawn care, they're all getting their money. They do a stream, they watch video, everything for cutting the grass, a lawn, and make a video, right? And they get paid. Same thing with the animals. And it's not bad to make money from it, is it? They're doing things that most people have it here on Earth haven't decided to be more gentle about. It's a goodwill journey to help the elders, to talk nice to people. It's a good feeling deep inside. I need a drink. So, we covered the spider web. Where the info comes from. Now, the biggest thing I like to say in their behalf to my peers that help me and prepare me to go across some of this is where it comes from. I'm out there beyond, and just to tell you again, there's an anchor point in reality. You go to that anchor point, and it's a 3-axis anchor point. North, south, east, west, up or down. The up and down may have other, like me being a machinist. There's other axes, and I can't remember offhand because it's been a while. But you anchor to the universal one. Because we can't do that here from north to south because the planet's spinning so many directions. You're never going to be true to it. You're going to find yourself out somewhere else. So when I'm remote view, I have an animated ABI. It is not always what I desire and not always see what I wish to see, but it is on all the revs, old Christian server, Temple Mount had told me we may not truly be seeing or correcting, but it's something for us to think about. Because if you think it could probably be around somewhere. That's what I'm told many times. So I'm passing that on to you. Now I mess with this is that I am a Christian, I'm sorry. But that's where all this being reborn stuff, I don't believe it. What they talk about, what they talk about is we're their children. But I want to take it one step further. Like I said before, and I still stand there. They're my go-tos. I will call them brothers. I will call them or father to father. As in the book of Revelation, which I have a problem with, no doubt, there is a morning coffee with God. A morning coffee with God, and it talks about this guy came to him in the same fashion the way that one was, and he wrote a book. It talks about that there's all kinds of properties of energies, and he's got a good book. It's a small read, but I think it's the next one to get a grip on this. He had one question that he never answered. He left it for mystery for everybody. It's this girl in the spiritual plane was in an alley, I know, sitting by a wall by herself, and she never wanted to leave. I think if you spend enough time But this girl, you could help her until she trusts you. And that, and I'm being pushed to remember to say, because I almost forgot, is that there were supposed to be 6 guys, entities, I should say. Remove the genders, the race, none of that. You were pure energy anyways. There's 6 guys. Sorry, there I go again. 6 entities of sort with which do this in the morning coffee with God book. And the guy's doing the same thing. He goes and they're in the meadow and he talks to Father, one of the 6. And there I did it again. Sorry. Whatever he is, I'm a male and a masculine, so that's where it comes from. But, believe your own truth. Be one of the very few you're going to find on the internet that's saying this ain't the only way it is. That my path is showing you. Take it for yourself. As some of the Reiki books have said, what works for you, use it. You don't have to do the book's way. And ever since I've done that, it set me free. If we are in the chakras and all that, I'm not a starseed, and technically without worshiping, I do not do. It takes you on a Christianity, would it not? But I wish everybody to believe their own thing they see. Go there, put some effort, and talk to the universe. The universe is full of life. Be Pacific, Jew, yes, out. I ask for clarity. I ask for wisdom. I ask the things they need to know, the things Father wishes me to see. The things He wishes me to see as well. And to make changes in my life if it needs to be. I go to Him every day. As a Father. One-on-one. I know what some of the biblical Jesus stuff says. But I went to Him before I knew. So, yeah. I'm not a Catholic. I was a Lutheran. So that whole thing, you understand me. But there's some of my flair between the two I like. Alright. More about remote viewing. Well, now, when I'm going down looking for dark spots, it's just the way people think it is. I'll go a glass half full. Down that direction, meaning nothing. I zoom in and I turn my camera, my mind, to face that way and I bring it up. So it's looking at me. And then I travel. I see myself and I engage. And beings have engaged with me this way. But the newest thing I've seen is something that caught me by surprise. Is that there's giants down there. I need a drink. These beings are quite big. I seen them. I can't say a number, but let me guess. I'm flying as a dragon sometimes, and sometimes I'm in a Starship Atlantis, I call it. My now naming scheme for my ship. So that way, mentally, I can keep going with it while I sleep and still think I reached somewhere. Oh no, I'm mind candy. But I really can't say big. They're a lot bigger than the dragon I would know. They're big. And I stopped and I said hello, and I couldn't hear nothing from them this time. No extra input other than, they're just that size. So they could sit in a house, put it that way. Just don't get into the fear base is the next one. I was a bit intimidated. But I like to stress again, there is not just one path up in the generalization of how we see it. It's a spiral, man. Different paths to the same source. We do come into source and be as one mind, one energetic property of another. Well, we're not one gender. We are not one race. So you can take the difference between races out of the window. You can take the gender stuff out of the window. That'd make a lot of people happy in the LGBT arena. I'm just saying. That's your point of view. You wish to disagree, that's your opinion. But I'm asking you to go look at it from a new mind. Like Dolores Cannon says. Take what you know, throw it out the window, and start fresh. You might discover something. And then they might want to come to you on that. So we got the war machine here, right? And we're fighting over political stuff. There's better things to be spending our time with than worrying about the war machine. Keeps us busy so we don't talk about what's beyond Earth. One day they're going to decide to come. And they will be here. And they're not going by our timelines or our agreement if they see a need. If we fail to get along here, it's going to happen someday, sweethearts. Just saying. That's my opinion on all this. So I'm trying to just say, I like the arena. And, just, I'll put it this way. I led you to the pond, but I can't make you drink. And that's all I have. Take it on yourself. Don't believe nothing I just said. And experience and work with maybe some of the things I've seen here. You're going to come up with something different. Maybe come up with something new that you need to know. Give it a try. Work with yourself. You don't have to share this with anybody. And I worry to say, be careful. But 67% believe in life out there. So, you know what? We're becoming an attractive option to come. When they decide to come, they're going to come. If you decide to not work with them, your governments and the whole works of our military will be the first thing to go. One galactic message has said, it's a channeled person, which one specifically states that, they're going to come. And when they come, all militaries of the world are done. If we are old as we think we are, if they are, a trillion years or some big number, as I said before, of age with technology. And we've only had our better technology here in the last, since solid state, since, what is it now? A good 50 years. If you want to count it backward, go 2,000 or 3,000, make a good number. From then, we've come along. And these beings have been a lot longer here around than we have. So, anyhow, I love y'all. It's been a good trip. And don't get caught up in it saying that you have to mandate over certain places. I've been across a bunch of rooms. And they're all saying something different along the same lines. So maybe there's a truth to it. But I still believe it's wider spread. And then we come to it. Once we're on the center point of it, at that point, that going forward from there is where we need to be. Now, there's a thought I wanted to say. One more thing. Give me a moment here. Yeah. I'm not coming up with it. So it's been a good pleasure. It's been an experience. How long have I been doing this? Since about 5. I saw some things shown to me, and I was pushed. It's 3 individuals, 2 guys and 2 ladies. And it said to me at age 5, there are 2 masculine males and 1 female. Them 3 are my guides through my history on this planet to lead me the direction I need to be. And all these years later, I keep an open mind to your ideas, and I'll work with it and say, all right, that's a cool angle. Maybe we'll go that way. Don't call me out because I see it's not one path all the way up to the center point. You know? I'm really willing to dabble with it. So, anyhow, I think that was it. Peace and blessings. Until we meet again, if something comes up, I shall talk. But give a big holler and a hoot out to Dave Scott on Space Radio and give one to Bruce Ezall. Bruce Ezall's got a real nice camera, and they're both from Canada. Imagine that. My two favorite dudes from Canada. So, peace out, everybody. Keep it real.